Hey out there, as part of our immigration industrialization unit, wanted to take a quick look at Ellis Island. This is Ellis Island today. It's a museum to commemorate the steps of immigration into the United States. But back in the late 1800s and early 1900s, it was the pathway for many, many people to be able to come into the United States. It's estimated that 40% of all Americans can trace their heritage back to at least one person who traveled into the country through Ellis Island. So let's take a look at this place. Ellis Island is in the harbor of New York City. You can see the Statue of Liberty is out there. If you ever get a chance to go visit, it's the same ferry that takes you to both. You can go to Liberty Island. There is a museum underneath Lady Liberty there, and then you stop off at Ellis Island, and like I said, there's a museum that fits there. Both of these islands were made out of dirt that they actually took out of the city when they were making subway tunnels. So they took that dirt out into the harbor there and made these man-made islands that are going to be there. When we talk about immigration, and that's one of the things we're hitting in this unit, immigration is the act of coming in to the country. So if it starts with an I, it means you're coming in. So if you're an immigrant into the country that you are moving to. Immigration with an E is the process of leaving a country. One of the things you're going to do in a couple of the assignments you're getting is to look at some of the reasons why people might choose to leave their homes. Again, this isn't going on vacation. This is a permanent move. Most of these people are never going to see their homelands again, the friends and family that they're leaving behind.
Bobby, Ashley.
Sorry about that. People are noisy here at Scottsburg High School, and sometimes they bust in with announcements like that. But just kind of think about why might somebody want to leave. We've got a couple of good videos that I'm going to load onto the YouTube playlist for you to take a look at. My dad and I got to travel there several years ago. I've been a couple of times to Ellis Island. This is what it looks like when you come in today. National Park Service owns it. Had you been traveling to Ellis Island in, say, 1900, though, you would have come over by boat. You would have seen the Statue of Liberty out there. Would have been kind of your first glimpse that this long journey to America has come to its conclusion. If you're a first or second class passenger, you would have been allowed to enter the country and go straight into New York. If you're third class or below, though, you had to go through Ellis Island to get checked out. There's going to give you a doctor screening here. They're going to delve a little bit into your background. For most people, this is a 3 to 5 hour process that they're going to have to endure. But for others, it could be days, even weeks that you spend at Ellis Island. The bottom right picture there is of the other side of the island, and it was a hospital for short term if you came over and were sick, but it wasn't something where they needed to send you back. You could stay. You could stay in that hospital and get better. If the shipping company brought you over, they were supposed to check you out as they were bringing you over, and if they brought you over and you weren't acceptable to come over, they had to take you back. So it was going to cost them to take you back that way. Just some images from the museum. You see a lot of luggage that was left behind by the folks who traveled into Ellis Island. Again, you're bringing everything you own, everything that was precious to you from your homeland, you're bringing over. There's a courtroom at Ellis Island. You see there in the top right-hand picture, if you had been accused of crimes, things like that, where those could be litigated. And then down at the bottom, there are several rooms of bunks where if it was going to be something where you were kept overnight, they had places for you to stay as you were waiting on processing. This room is kind of the famous one. I've got a clip of the movie Hitch that is on the playlist there for you. And this was the room where you'd walk in and you would come up and give your name to somebody who's writing your name in a book as you were coming in. You've got an assignment that's going to take you to ellisisland.org. It's going to have you look up your last name to see how many people with that last name have brought you or have come into the country. This would have been the room where that happened, where you met somebody, giving them your name. Sometimes, depending on pronunciation, spelling, even the desire of the immigrants, that name could be changed in a place like this. But like I said, 40% of Americans can trace it back to one person who walked through this room, gave someone their name, and said, I want to live here now. So it's kind of a cool thing to think about. Definitely a cool place to go visit if you get a chance. I would highly recommend it.